where we left off last week, identified some issues, some real hard-driven issues. And a lot of times when we talk about relationship topics, I don't always like it because we always get to a place where we like, now what? Where we chasing our tails because we identify what's wrong, who on whose part. So I do want to start back. Where do we go from here? And one of the things, and just to give my spiel, and of course Tam and Drake speak, their part, is my thing is always, you got to know who you are. Know who you are. To know, you got to notice who you are by studying. I studied astrology. They helped me a lot. My natal chart helped me to know who I was. If you keep having the same repetitive issues, this different person, same issues, then you do have to start trying to look at self and know what defines you. A lot of times we put up with things because certain things defines us. Having somebody on your arm or having someone on, just being married, your income, these things define you. So you're going to put up with a lot more than a norm. Know what's okay. If you know you're not going to put up with this, be okay with being by yourself. Because like we said, we identified that most people are willing to deal with this. So when you start raising your standards, you start having certain things that you want, you're going to have to deal with, hey, I may be by myself for a while, and just being okay with that. So for my take is, know who you are. Be okay with being by yourself. Once you know who you are, you can start knowing what type of energies you're giving off. And then you start also being more aware of the energies around you. And sometimes it may be being by yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that either way. Stop allowing people, conditioned mindsets to make you think something's wrong with you because you don't have a man or a woman in your life at the time. You choose peace. It's my whole thing. So it's always an option. So again, I don't know if we ever would get anywhere when we talk about the relationships. We always know there's going to be a part that somebody's doing, dropping the ball. We can't, but sometimes people will go through all this stuff just to say, I got a man. We settle. And so that's kind of my take on it, because it's just like, take the time out and work on you.
That's the key right there. It's just oftentimes, it's too often that you want to go into a new relationship, but you haven't taken care of the shit at home. You have to fix you. And everyone else can't dictate your happiness. So Stacey, I sent you this post this morning from this group I'm in, where it was talking about, huh?
I saw it, but I couldn't read it because I'm not in the group. So
okay. Yeah, so basically it was saying this lady likes a guy, mm-hmm. but she was overweight and rough looking, right? A couple years later, she loses the weight and she's now attractive. Mm-hmm. And the post said, do you give the guy a chance? Like basically a guy liked her and he said no because she was fat and ugly. Mm-hmm. And now that she's fine, he's interested.
Okay.
And the post was like, do you give him a chance? And, my thing was, like, a lot of the women's comments in the post was, oh, hell no, he should have took it when I wasn't at my best. He don't like me at my best. At my worst, he can't like me as my best. But the thing is, you have to get your shit in order if you want to be with someone. Mm-hmm. If you need to lose weight, lose the weight. If you need to seek therapy, seek therapy. If whatever you need to do to get yourself together, you need to go do that before you try to enter into somebody else's life and allow them, depend on them to dictate your happiness. You have to be happy with self first. And that post bothered the hell out of me. Some of the women's comment was like disgusting. I'm like, Hold up, you fat and ugly too. That's why you answering that way.
but this is my thing, and I can understand why some of the women would comment ugly stuff, because basically what it's saying is when I was fat and ugly or whatever it was, you didn't want me. Now you want me, so it's kind of like, But I know men, y'all look at the exterior. Y'all are
We're
physical.
visual.
Yes, you got to. It got to look good to you right today. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yes.
y'all ain't messing with it. And I do understand that, man. I can understand why women would say no too, because I mean, I'm the same person, probably mentally, more or less. But I don't know. But what I do know is I know men like to see you at your best, and
Right. I mean,
they're not gonna mess with it.
But let's talk about it conversely. A man is
Okay.
broke.
Mm-hmm.
He's broke today.
Yeah.
And today he can't take you out on dates. He can't do this and he can't do that. He can't do the other.
Right. Same
But this dude wins the lottery, or
thing.
he gets the lotto job or whatever,
Yeah.
and now he's straight.
Right.
And men could turn around and say the same thing. Now, you
And,
didn't want me while I was
and
broke.
probably, and he probably would too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying it's right or wrong either way. I'm just saying we as people, that's what we do. If
Yeah.
it don't look good to me, I don't want that. If he making less money than me, he's broke, I don't want him. We do it. Now,
Yeah.
how to fix it, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little more shallow on the if that was the case on the other side, because if I'm making a decision based on your bank account, that's saying a lot about me.
Mm-hmm.
But we are natural beings. When I lose weight, I guarantee you my confidence went up like that. So
Right.
what he's attracted to is that confident me. And you like what you like. Maybe you've never been attracted to someone who's overweight, but also you feel better about yourself, I'm sure. Now, this could have been, but I don't feel like, you don't know somebody. And if that person catches your attention, like you say, being a visual, that's what you're gonna, that's just what you're attracted to. I'm just,
Right.
so I don't really feel like that was all bad. You just somebody that was attracted to you, not you were friends with, y'all dated, he just didn't want to go there because of the weight. To somebody, he just, a confidence. You got to feel good about who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of guys get catfished a lot. And a lot of my friend guys have said women will put pictures out there when they were overweight, old pictures in high school or whatever. And then when they meet
From
them, or they take these
2004.
angle pictures, and then you see them, and the woman gets so mad. Well, I'm the same, because you build a friendship on the phone. And I think that's dead wrong, because no, you manipulate this whole thing from jump. I love who I am today. I'm not the size I was 10 years ago, but I love who I am today. And I'm not going to trick you to making you think I'm that good person when I know I am. And then you get all in your feelings. But I'm not trying to talk to you. But I also think that's not, I feel like that's misleading. That's misleading though. I mean, so you like what you like. And while the women know, they would. And that's just, I hear men and women, guys, they can't, y'all catfish with the height. If a guy say he's 5'9", 5'10", that dude 5'6", like, dude, I'm looking at your shoulder, like, so.
let me tell you something. So last week, I heard Dre say something about Kevin Samuels. So I looked at some of his stuff yesterday. When I tell you, when he get them women on there, them women be lying. I was like, because he'll go pull up the picture. They say, I'm 150. And you about 180. Why do that? I mean,
Right.
you call this man for help. And I said, as women on this thing right here, we looking real sloppy. We were sloppy on there because they were lying. And I was like, come on, ladies. You call this man for advice and then you lie. What we doing? Don't lie.
Yeah.
If you calling for help, don't lie about what, you know what I'm saying? It is
Right.
what it is. Because I don't agree with everything he say, but when the women got on there, they made themselves look crazy. Come on, ladies, come on. If we're gonna call and ask for help, how to be better, how to do better, and get on there and lie to the man, you make yourself look really crazy when you do that. It makes no sense. I was
Again,
like,
and that's that that's self-healing that we need to do. We need to be okay with ourselves. That mental health thing go a long way. We don't feel confident. We got to make something up or more than what it is instead of just being in love. When you fall in love with self, everything, the right people gonna show up. You got to fall so in love with yourself that if I go out here and nobody says, Stacey, you're beautiful, don't worry about it. Boy, I did that before I left the house. In love with you. A lot of guys, it's not me they're attracted to, it's the confidence. It's the way I carry myself. Not what bougie my head up. I just know who I am.
right.
You know, and I just don't assume every guy to smile trying to holler.
Yeah, and the thing is too, Stacey, you know, you were saying that, you know, it starts with you. I'm beautiful. I look nice, you know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But most time when women go to the mirror, they picking out the flaws. Oh, my nose too big, my lips too big. This I need, you know what I'm saying? We want to fix everything, but at the end of the day, men ain't asking for none of this stuff. Men ain't asking for us to get the big boobs, the big butt. That's something we're doing to ourselves to make ourselves feel better about, you know what I'm saying? But really, the men ain't asking for that. We just doing it on our own.
We hard on ourselves, very critical on ourselves.
Yeah.
We self-sabotage ourselves out of everything. A man will come into me and I'm like, you had to know I wasn't gonna holler at you. They don't care. Stomach, just dude, really? They don't care, but I will give it to them. Because at least they get out there. A woman would say, nah, he probably wouldn't want me. He probably like thin girl. He probably like this and that. Men just don't care. They just look at a hot ass mess. You know you weren't gonna get my number before you came over here. And they be like, well, should I have to try? But like, I ain't mad at you, bro.
Right.
Go back over there. But
I can't deny that one.
they will try. I mean, they don't have nothing. I said, why can't women have the same confidence as men? Same thing in the workplace. Women,
you know why we don't?
Out something. We have to cross every T. A man would be half-ass know the job, will go in there and talk the right talk and get the job and be okay with it.
No, because I feel like women, as you know, we downplay each other a lot. Oh, look at her. She thinks she did. Oh, look at her. Look at them shoes she got on. You know, we picky. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes if you're in the right mind space, that really affects you. You know what I'm saying? She ain't this, she ain't that. You don't feel good. They don't give you confidence. And it's hard to be a confidence when you know people pounding you on top of the head all the time. It hurts, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. We mean. Women are mean to one another.
Yeah, we do. But
yeah,
know who you are. That's my whole thing. It's not. It's the best solution I can give. When we start saying, where are we? Where do we go from here?
Right.
Self. Know how to be by yourself, and start with self-healing. Yes. I mean, how many people would really admit? If I did a poll on here, how many people have went to therapy, thought about going to therapy, know they need to go, hadn't went, but just know? How many people would honestly say, you know what, I had to take time out for self and work on me? We are ashamed to say that. And it's not a black thing, it's not a white thing. All the things that we talk about, relationship issues, it's just people in general. You know, knowing who you are, knowing how do you know, start being more aware of what you're giving out, the energy you're giving out. Once you're aware of know who you are, you'll start knowing this, you'll start seeing yourself from the outside in, and you have the same behavior patterns, the same, keep attracting the same type of person. It's the reason why it's okay. You know, you gotta start with self. I gotta work on self first and just leave everything else alone. But that's my answer. That's the best I can give right there.
Yeah, and but I also think that you have to make yourself, should I say, you got to make it so that someone wants you.
Right.
Like I see people all the time, and they have an issue. Maybe they can't dress. Maybe they need to lose some weight, or maybe they have some other issue. And the problem with that is, especially women, is that when you know you have a weight issue and it's in your head, I ain't said a word about your weight, but you think that I'm thinking it because it's in your head. And so that's something that you need to fix within yourself. That's not the other person's issue, especially if the situation is, I'm not the reason for you getting fat. If you carry 2 of my babies and never knocked off the weight, okay, that's my fault. I'm gonna help you get it off. But if you come into the equation overweight, and I'm a pretty healthy, slim dude, athletic build, what make you think that I want that? I mean, so you have to fix your own issues. If your weight bothers you, fix it. If you're happy with your weight, great, okay, just stay in your lane.
Right. You don't know what made you think I want that. You so wrong for that.
I think, but Stacey though, Dre might not prefer a bigger one, but some men do.
Some men
It just depends
do.
on the man.
But
Again,
like I said,
that's why
stay
women
in your
can't go
lane.
Yeah, a lot of women can't go based on Dre. Thank God forbid. But they gotta know, they gotta love them. And it's some, and
Yes.
I love to see confident big women. They know who they are, and they know you may not like me, but the next guy is. And you know what? A lot of times when people have, especially women, and it's some things when you go from being, I have a couple friends that have had this surgery, losing weight. If your mindset is still big girl, you still gonna, I don't care how slim you look, you still gonna bring up these issues of how you were made to feel when you were bigger.
Right.
When I don't know if it's required. I used to work with a girl, and I know she had to go through therapy once she lost the weight, because her mentality was still, her self-esteem wasn't there. She looked good, so she talked the talk, but she really didn't feel good about herself, because you have to go through, if you was rejected because of your weight and it bothered you, that's a mental place of rejection because of how you look. But you have to feel good about who you are. And it should have been feeling good about who you are. You're not losing it for nobody or to get a man, but for healthy reasons. You want to live. You want to be healthy. But sometimes I've had friends that have lost weight, but they got that big girl mentality, and they mean to men. They all men this, all men that, because they're judging men by how they may have been rejected or how they may have been treated when they were that size. So just because you lost the size, if you're not right mentally, you're still going to be talking about all men ain't this, or men this, or men that.
right.
So it's a lot of that.
Yeah, it goes right back to. It goes right back to.
Go ahead, Ray.
Oh yeah, it just goes right back to self.
Somebody said they don't want no fat men either. Somebody said on the comment.
Right. Yeah, fat dudes don't get no love. Why should fat women? Like, I'm just saying. Is it wrong though?
That's exactly what got you out here. Like that's. Well, wait a minute.
Prime example, Lizzo likes the dude from Captain America. Buff, rich, handsome. She likes him. And somebody asked him about it. And visually on camera, you see this guy swallow the giant toad in the back of his throat. He ain't say a single word. He just swallowed that toad. I mean, it's about self. I give it to Lizzo. She's a big girl and she's confident about it. But again, you have to stay in your lane.
Oh my God.
If I mean, it is what it is.
That's right. At the end of the day, some do, some don't. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted to don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna happen. You don't like fat men, you don't like fat women, you're never gonna be with one. You're not gonna do it.
How do we know?
That's just part of the double standard that women have.
But who defines the lane? When you say stay in your lane, who defines that lane?
You do. Like,
how do I know what's my lane? I may be a big girl and I like skinny guys. And there are some skinny guys that like big girls. So
there are.
I don't know. You may be a chubby chaser. I wouldn't know you if I met you. You may be,
right.
I don't know, Drake.
But here is
me talking to you is not out my lane to me. If I feel good about myself, like, you better ask somebody.
So, Here's the important thing about choosing signals.
Mhm.
Okay.
Me and the big girl having a conversation, and it's clear that she liked me, but you know that ain't my speed. I'm not going to give choosing signals.
Yeah, yeah. We have to. Yeah, that's true.
And and big girls will ignore that
So
until they force you to say it.
not just big girls, right?
Well, yeah.
Some
Well,
guys.
no. Okay. Let's take it off of big girls.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it's just choosing signals. Period.
Exactly. Some people
I mean,
don't.
if I go to a club and I holler at a girl and she's talking to me, but she's not. The conversation is kind of like, okay, it's time for me to bow out gracefully. But because she didn't want me, I don't force the issue, or I also don't go, oh, that bitch is this and that and the other, just
Mhm.
because she didn't want me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not the problem because she didn't want me. I'm the problem if I try to force it.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
and that's right on both sides. And
Yeah.
again, that's about picking up on those, that good mix of chemistry or
Hmm.
that energy. You know, if that you vibing on that same, you on that same vibration. I know when somebody like me, but men ignore that all the time. They don't care. They will
Yeah.
still come in like, I'm talking to another dude. You still over here. They don't pick up those signals either. I mean, so I just think it's just people want what they want, but don't get offended if that person not feeling you back. A guy can buy me a drink. It still don't mean he's trying to holler at me. He's just being
True.
polite, But again, I just don't force anything. But again, women think sometimes our mindsets can think that all men want us, regardless of how we. They just think men should want us, and when you don't, it's offending to us. Women don't like to be rejected by a man. Like how y'all don't never like to dance. We have
But
to dance live.
I don't think anybody want to be rejected with a man or a woman. It don't feel good.
But men like
Yeah.
next. They just trying to put bait out there to see who's gonna bite. Like they just put bait. Who's gonna bite?
I mean,
Right.
but I don't think, to me, that this is it. You're out at it like Jay said, bar, any scene outside. And if you're a single man, I don't think nothing wrong with going from person to person to the right person. Yeah, yeah, let's dance. Yeah, I'll give you my number. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong to go from one woman. I don't.
And I think, and women should just. I mean, really, I don't take it personal. It just means he's just not meant for me. It's okay. I don't want to convince you to like me. I want it to be something that we meet. It's okay. We just have to get out of our feelings about total strangers that we don't know, and we offended because they not feeling us the way we feeling them. Sometimes you could be like, maybe it was something, that was somebody I wasn't meant to be. Let him be somebody else's headache. Whatever it takes to make me feel good. He probably wasn't no good anyway. I mean, I don't care. Whatever it takes to make you feel good and move on. But I'm not gonna get mad because you don't want to holler at me.
No, I don't think you should get mad. It's because
Right.
it's a choice.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's your choice. You have your preferences. It's your choice.
Right.
And
Boy, Aaron Dre, I swear.
He all right. He all right, because what he's saying is, I mean,
It is.
if you're a person who really know what you want and that ain't what you want, don't entertain it. Now, he's saying, I'm not entertaining that. I'm not gonna do it. And women should be the same way. But sometimes women, we entertain stuff we don't like because it look like they got money. It's a come up. So we got to stop that right there. I don't like him, but I think he got this, he got that. I'm gonna get up. I really don't like him. Stop. We need to stop. If you don't like him, let somebody else have him that do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Because sometimes we get on the greedy side,
Yeah.
We get on the greedy side sometimes, and we just want what we want. You're fat, and I really don't like you, but I know you got a business and look like you got money, you got a nice home, you drive nice cars. So I'm gonna let you holler at me, but I really don't like you. Stop,
Yeah.
ladies, stop.
But again, it's like when.
Go ahead, Dre.
see, I couldn't do that. I couldn't holler at a girl just because she had money and I'm not attracted. I can't. It's not in my genetic makeup. Yeah, I just couldn't.
Yeah, I see more
I
women
have to
doing
be
that
attracted.
than men. Yeah, I see more women doing that than men. I
Right.
see more women because it's that mindset and that mentality is what can you do for me? Again, it's going into something based on conditioning. If I think you can set it out for me, I'm gonna give you time. But again, I'm like that too because I feel like I value my time, my money. I'm not gonna allow you to spend money and time on me, and I know I'm not feeling you that way. I'm just going to, because it comes back on you. Karma is a bitch and it comes back. Again, it's going to come back on you. So I'm like that too. I'm not going to allow you to do that if I know I'm not feeling you in that way. But that's a lot. I've seen more women do that than men when it comes to
But
stuff.
but I think sometimes just what a man would do is if he really don't feel like he's on top of his game, and he would buy a woman that he knows not feeling him. I'm just gonna buy you this, get you this, what you need. But then she's telling you, I just want to be your friend. I don't really want to date you, but I'm just keep buying you gifts and giving you things and want to take you places to try to buy you. And then when she say, no, I don't want to do this. I don't like it. Stop buying me things. Because she continue to take your gift and she don't like you. She telling you this. So where we go when it's there? That's what usually a man will do who's not on top of the game. He'll just
Swallow
buy a woman.
hard. There ain't nothing you can do. That's on you. I mean, again,
But then he mad. You know what I'm saying? Then he's mad because I bought you this. I took you here. And the list goes on and on. But she told you, I don't like you like that.
Right.
So,
But you're going to always have those dudes that's all they can bring to the table.
right.
Maybe all they can bring to the table is money. So that's the only way that they get women.
yeah.
Which ain't right either.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is women practicing hypergamy, which I don't have that big of an issue with hypergamy. It's just they're
Then you
doing
go
it
with the
wrong.
big words again. You have to break it down. Everybody say, what did he say? Break down your little word again. Here we go. There you go with the big words thing.
Okay. Hypergamy is when a woman is seeking dating or relationships where she is trying to get a man with resources.
Yeah.
And his resources, stability, what he can do for her.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that oftentimes that women do it wrong. They'll throw Pookie and Ray Ray in that equation, or they done gave their youth to Pookie and Ray Ray, and then they're 30 something, 40 something, and finally want to settle down with the best of the best men. And the best men have options, especially given the fact that the way that you guys outnumber us. So I mean, women are doing it wrong. They need to be doing that in their 20s.
But Johnny mentioned is how important is it to men, well, I guess to you too, Tam, about a person's past. You in your 40s, 50s, 60s, how important is her past? I know we can talk about, if you done some time, I need to know. If you have, but how important is it? Like I had this guy, and he's like 39, and he really asks women about their body count at 39, 40. They're gonna lie. My daughter say multiply it by 3, divide it by whatever. But how important is their past? Just not body count, just saying how important is their past? Like, how deep do you want to go with a person's past?
Well, okay, to touch on the body count though, that is not a question I'm going to ask.
Thank you. Most people don't.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because that can make me exit stage left. And
They're gonna lie.
that's something I wouldn't want to know. But in regards to past, yeah, we all need to know the bad stuff, of course.
Mm-hmm. But your bad may not be my bad.
Well, yeah, that's really hard to say, because I mean it depends on what the issue is. Like if you could have done jail time, that's important. Or you starred in a porno, that's important.
You
It just depends on what it is. Some things need to be known.
I think that, okay, some stuff needs to be known, but I don't want to know right away unless I really feel like we're going to be serious. You know, if we're just kind of going to be on the surface, some things I don't care to know. I probably say I don't care because I know we're not going to be anything. You know, so it just depends on where it go, whether I want to know or not. That's me.
So if he has potential, like I guess some people you meet, you know, it's gonna be on the surface. It's not gonna be. You're just not gonna go back and try to dig and see, because that person is in the friend zone already.
Right. So just it depends on where we're gonna go. If we're gonna just stay on the friend zone, I really don't care.
Yeah, we ain't been reading no comments either. If anybody got any comments, if you want to come on camera and give us a quick comment, write a comment down here and let me know, because we just talking. I ain't been looking. I know that.
Yeah, we have.
Misha been active, but this is what men think, and women don't want overweight men. Yeah. Now some women like big guys. Big guys was limited at one time. I mean, what they still may be, I don't know. It's what you like.
Yeah, it's all personal preference. Personal preference.
Yeah.
Who you like to, that's who you get choosing signals to.
Okay.
And yeah.
Star Moser. Dre, who is Star Moser?
That's my sister. Hey, girl.
She want to come on and say something? Star, you want to come on and talk to us? Tell me something about Dre to embarrass him? All right. Okay.
When is she still here?
I'm not sure. Okay. So I'm just not going to bring people on camera unless they tell me they want to. So that's why I'm trying to go back and see. Okay, but we love to hear your feedback. If you have some comments, we have a lot of people watching online tonight. So if you got some comments and you want to share, please do. Okay. All right, y'all. Now, what is it we said we're going to do? Because we're trying to get a conclusion here. My thing is, work on yourself, self-healing. I just did an interview with Delinda, who's the Hoods Therapy on Instagram, with me and my daughter. And we talked about healing relationships, because she's 26 now, but we had to get to a place, we had to go through some healing, and we did therapy. And I know a lot of people, especially in the Black community, we don't like to talk about therapy. I had a lot of friends that were, I never mind talking. If it's something that's gonna make me better, when I'm not feeling good in my body, I'm gonna go to the doctor. Mentally, we have to do the same thing. Actually, mentally, we have to be right to start getting our bodies together. I have to get my head right, and then I'm gonna care about what's going into my body. So that's an issue in a lot, mental health awareness. People are dealing with a lot of stuff now, more now than ever. So I do think I just feel like if you've never been single, if you've never been by yourself, how do you know who you are?
Right.
We get in relationships and we don't purposely, but we lose our identity. Because we are trying to accommodate, we don't know who we are. We just don't, all we know is we don't want to be by ourselves. That's it. And that again becomes what defines you. Sometimes having a man on your arm, that defines you. Having a woman, that defines you. Your income. Every time you post something, you hashtag where you work, or hashtagging superficial things, I'm gonna think that's what you're about. Online dating. If I'm strolling through and I see you got a cute doll picture, is your first main picture, or Kappa, that defines you. It doesn't tell me who you are. So many of these superficial things start, you start kind of weeding those things out. When you start being more aware, living in a place of a conscious mindset, you start being more cognizant of people, and you don't have to go through all this stuff. You start seeing stuff up front, and you just like, oh, next. And you don't have to go through this stuff, but knowing who you are. Go ahead, Tam. I'm sorry.
No. When you were saying that, people that don't know who they are, and they date, date the, here, this date around more or less. And so when I like I said, I was listening to Kevin Samuels, and he was saying that the Black women are the least likely people, a race of people to marry. What? That means so to marry. That right there floored me. I hit the floor. I was like, what?
Did he say because we're not asked?
No, it's 25%.
It's low.
It's 25%.
But the reason being, what did he feel like the root cause?
He said one thing about us, we don't show up like the physical. Most of us are overweight. He said most of us are aggressive, run your mouth too much.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He said that, and he said,
no one Dre like him.
Yeah, but to hear that we're the least likely to marry, that's bad.
But that's how we came up with our subject for last time. We don't know, we don't know, and we will run a man off. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
We will run a man off. I mean, because I remember I was real, Dre, y'all always say I got this masculine energy, and I know I do. But we will run a man off because of how I got it. I did, because I'm so used to this that we don't know how to put that soft side down. I can't even lie about that one. I can't. We will run a man, and then if a man is something less than, we will quick to let them know. I had this, I had that before I met you. I can do this for myself, and he's not even saying all that. Do we know how to receive love, help? No, we don't always. We don't know. And I don't even think we don't know, which is sad, but we don't always know. Either you're going to have to do all this for me. That's going to make me feel secure. But then that puts a codependency. I need that. It's that boundary. We don't know how, you got to be the man that's going to give you everything, but everybody that's pouring into you, sometimes, it's going to be uncomfortable where he's going to say, wait a minute, what are you bringing to the table? So we got to know that balance. We don't always.
Yeah, but the thing is, going in, you should always know, how this thing going to work. We're going to go 50-50. We're going to go 80-20, 70-30. Everybody got to know their percentage, what they're going to bring to the table. But most time, women, we be like, oh, he need to pay all the bills. Oh, our mindset is like, we just want to be taken care of, but it's some work got to be put in to get taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not downing women. I'm just saying we need to step up to the plate and become better women. Stop being so aggressive. And I'm not saying don't speak your mind when it's time to speak your mind. It's a time and place for everything. But we pop off, just like last week Drake was saying, he made eye contact with a lady. She thought he was hollering. He got cursed out. She got a pocketbook, snatched off her shoulder. But all this stuff, it really don't make sense, because sometimes we just all the time. We need to bring it down a little. Just bring it down a little,
Yeah.
and maybe we will get the husbands we want. We won't stay in girlfriend, boyfriend life forever and ever and ever.
Right. And see, that is one of the things that women hate about me now, is that I refuse to argue. If we can't settle a dispute with a conversation, and voices start to raise, no, I'm going to exit the situation. And women cannot stand it. They want to fight.
And that's how you know that woman's not for you. But again, everybody's not meant to be. Why do everybody have to be married? Why is that the end goal? Like everything gotta be. So why do we have to always be going somewhere? Why can't we just be enjoying the moment? I just don't feel like everybody was meant to be a spouse. I'm about peace of mind. That has to come first. And I'm always about creating the moments because we don't know if tomorrow is promised. I don't always feel like we have to be going somewhere. Okay, y'all been dating for how long now? Y'all wedding bells? Wait, what? We happy like we are. I don't feel like it always has to be going somewhere. Know who you are. Everybody's not meant to be in a contract.
But I
That's
think
all it
that,
is a contract.
but I
Everybody
think,
not meant to be in a contract.
yeah,
Sorry.
but I think that if you're dating the person that's for you, you will have that peace. You will have that solidarity. You will have the things that you're supposed to have. It'll fit perfectly like a puzzle. It'll come together right. But if you out here dating for the wrong reasons and dating just for security, I don't love you. I just want my bills paid and I just want the help. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not gonna have no peace because it's not right. Everybody got to get in the right place. I mean, that's just how I feel.
True.
Yeah.
Everybody must be in their right place.
Right.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, that would just answer a question for me. That would be a good one. Somebody I met, and that's what they expect. That would be, I'd be like, oh, thank you so much for letting me see who you are. I didn't have to go through years to find out that's what you're about. When you show me who you are quick and early up front, that's a blessing. You're just not the one for me. Let you be somebody else's headache. But again, I'm okay with that. You gotta be okay with, like Dre said, be okay. This dude not feeling you, be okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with like Dre said, woman want to argue, then that's what she's used to. That's all she knows. It's not gonna get any better. You know, I want to go with the person that's opting peace. We got to be on the same energy level. We got to be at the same place at the same time. I mean, so again, it's not like we kind of have to meet and we kind of have to be there together, but we want to force so much to work. You already know that person got an attitude. You already know that person pop off. You already know this person get missing on you, ghost you all the time. You already know it's some stuff that's not adding up, but we still want to force things to work. That's why we have to be okay with ourselves.
Yeah, and everybody you date is not gonna be your husband, not gonna be your wife. Everybody, everybody you like, you have met some people. Everybody they dated, they wanted to make them their wife or their husband. No, it's no way. It's no way.
No, nope. But just a question to the both of you: do you believe that? I mean, everybody's not honestly. Do you think that should be the end goal, like, of getting married? Do you feel like everybody? I mean,
no.
Only if you want it. Only if that's something you want. Don't date somebody who's like, I'm against it. I don't want to be a husband. I don't want to be a wife. And you do. Don't date a person that absolutely do not want to do it. I mean,
but would you date somebody that told you up front, marriage is not in the keys for me? I just want companionship. I just want to be able to spend time. I'm not saying I want to sleep around. I'm just saying marriage. I'm not going into another contract. Maybe you've been there before. I don't feel like you have to put a ring on it just to be my companion.
No, right. And I agree with you. No, you don't. But if being somebody's husband, being somebody's wife is really, really, really what I wanted to do, I'm not gonna date somebody like, I'm absolutely not gonna ever get married. Why would I jump in the fire? Why would I set myself up? That's a setup.
But it needs to be discussed,
But that's something. Okay, that goes back to not asking the hard questions. You gotta ask the questions that really is pressing for you. You know what I'm saying? You're dating someone. Yes. The thing is, if I don't ask about your finances, I don't ask about being, your wife. Certain things, certain things people want to know. Certain things that a lot of times women, we just don't ask enough questions. I say it all the time. We don't ask questions. We just get over here and to go with the flow. No, sometimes no, you can't go with the flow. We got to ask these questions. What's going on with you, man? What are you doing every day? Where you want to be in 5 years? You got to watch people spending. What the credit score like? Stuff we got to know.
If somebody asked me what I'll be doing in 5 years, I'd be like, I don't even know what I'm doing
Stacey,
tomorrow.
It got to be
5 years.
Stacey, sometimes people got a planned out life, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with asking questions. You know what I'm saying? People gonna ask the hard question. Now you might not have an answer to them, but I think people need to ask.
Yeah, I mean, I have friends that have dated guys and they don't even know for sure. I think they're separated. I'm not sure. You're not going to ask them just to be sure, to know who may come up behind you. Just ask that question, like, what's your situation? That's something simple as what's your situation. A lot of women don't even ask that. Now I'm saying women because these are girlfriends that I talk to. I don't know. He said I knew he was, but I don't know what's the deal with them then. I just want to know because I just need to know how to move. Because there's a lot of women that don't care will date you regardless of the fact. Don't sugarcoat nothing for me. Be who you are. Tell me what's the deal. You know what's going on, so I know what to expect. So what about you? You asking any questions? What you want to know up front? Besides,
Okay. there are things I'm going to add. So it depends on where we're going with this relationship situationship. If she wants a relationship that's going to eventually turn out to be marriage or whatever, I'm asking some hard questions.
And you should.
And finances is a huge one. Like, because I work in the credit field, I see the worst of the worst credit. And, I just coach them people on what they need to do to get the situation better. So, like, if a woman comes in, her credit is bad, we can talk about it and I can help. But sometimes you have situations like, I met a young lady who, she was a social worker. And this woman had $250,000 of student loan debt.
A social worker?
Social worker. And that's what she went to school for. Making $37,000, $38,000 a year. $250,000. Yeah. We ever own anything together, they can come after my stuff.
Yeah. It's your debt.
Right.
And lean on your house.
Right. So that means that she can never, ever, ever be on anything that I own. I mean, I guess her getting the debt was noble or whatever, but
how long did it take her to get that degree? Jeez, that's a doctor.
I didn't ask no question. I just knew at that point I was done.
He stays to the hard question. He knew once he got the hard question, he already knew. Okay, he stopped the pursuit. He stopped right here.
Well, and sometimes those questions like that, like you kind of knew what was going on. Her being honest and telling you that people are good actors, especially when you meet men. Do this a lot. They will meet women. We smart. We smart. We'll ask you about your last girl you dated. We'll find out what she didn't do. We'll become that person on what she didn't do. And men won't even know. I mean, because I talk to people all the time, of course, they won't even know. But when you tell people everything that ex didn't do, all she got to do is be the opposite. So we give them the keys so quick. Like, we're giving them a head start because we're telling them what I know you want to hear. And we're good actors of being, it'll come out sooner or later, but after you done got all caught up. So, again, like Tam said, you may have the question, but I'm not going to sit here and doing no questionnaire. I'm going to see how you move. I'm going to see how you handle stuff. You ever date somebody and they say, man, my check didn't come through. Oh, man, something. Already like that. Okay, I holler. Because I'm sure you got a friend you be telling this to. Not me. Not nobody you trying to date. I don't want to hear nothing about you. Your money ain't right. This and that. But
if he start asking you for any money, that's a clue right there to get out of the bye.
It's time to go. And I know females will do that too. But I'm just saying, it's like, we know how to be that person you want us to be. So a lot of times it's going to be having to just be knowing who you are, knowing when you start knowing who you are, start making you more aware of how other people move. And you just start peeping things out for yourself. And you start seeing certain different patterns, how they act when somebody else pissed them off, how they, just react to different things. But again, you have those questions and you'll get them answered, but just asking, just going down the list, they're going to tell you whatever sounds good. Oh, yeah, that's what you want to hear. Yep. I got that. Yep. got a Rolodex.
I don't think it's a list. I just think stuff will come, you know, randomly here and there, you know, just from communication, because communication is key in order to be in a relationship. So those things should just come in, just regular general conversation. You know, it should come. I mean, not a list. Okay, question number one. No, it's gonna be general conversation. It just comes just naturally. You know, I mean, because you're gonna be talking about stuff. If we're trying to become one, we're trying to become something past girlfriend and boyfriend. You know, just being a companion, just sitting around kicking and having fun. Yeah, it'll come. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy.
Well,
to get what you need.
Dre was shaking his head. I said, "Oh God, here you go."
Go ahead, Dre.
I am a former car salesman. So we did something that we call qualifying the customer on the lot. You ask questions. You're not asking direct questions, but you're asking questions that's going to lead you to saying, okay, she has financial issues, or she has this different kind of issues. And then if it raises a red flag, you know, I'll lead the conversation into a direct conversation. And I mean, you have to kind of be that way.
But how many people have that?
If it's going to be a long-term relationship, situationship, or whatever you want to call it.
Relationship. But how many people have that insight, though? A lot of people don't get that privilege to be in your position for that. What's that comment, y'all? Can y'all see it? Can y'all try to make me my eyes?
It went out too fast.
Yeah, I think it's Tamisha said, I think in our age group, who she's 26, our age group, those conversations are hard because what are we really discussing? And she's 26, so younger. When I was young like that, I wouldn't ask some questions like that when I was 26 and dating.
Most time you didn't care.
No,
you didn't care every word you didn't hear.
Well, that's when I was selling cars, so.
But I think too, when you get older, because I think me and Tam and our friend Alicia was talking, and because of our age, we 50, early 50s, and we're talking, it's certain things that we've been there, done that, and it's certain things that's not as important as things used to be. Like, we're at a place where we want peace. We choose peace over everything else. So I'm okay if you keep your place, I keep my place. You know, I'm okay if when I see you. When I don't, I don't. Because, you know, so I think it's wherever you at in life. But when you know, at a place where you like, I don't, you know, that's not really necessary for me. Yeah, I want to be happy, but I don't want to have to try. I want it to just work. I want it to be natural. And I just don't feel like, you know, it's not. But I think it's just wherever you are, you know. Dre, you know, you're younger. You want to be married. I guess you do. Oof, I don't know.
Say you put him on the spot.
I ain't that much younger. But
you're younger, but people want different things. Because people my age still, they looking for that, you know, they want a wifey. They want a wife. They want to get married, you know? So
I mean, you can meet somebody at 25 who want to be married, or you can meet somebody at 50 who don't want to be married. It just really, like you say, it depends on where you are and what you want.
Yeah.
You know who you marry, period.
Right. And like at this phase of my life, I'm to the point of, if you go looking for ish, you might find ish. So like, I'm not looking to get married, but I'm not opposed to it. I'm in the hands of fate in that regards, to be honest. But I'm not going to just concentrate all my efforts. Ooh, I want to get married.
Right.
And then you're going to settle for the wrong one. But the way I say, if it happens, it was meant to be. And
because Drake, I'm always asking him if he got somebody, he say this was whatever reason, I'm always gonna put him to the side. Okay, what's so special about this one? you have to tell me something that makes this person stand out above the rest. You know, because this is a person you said, okay, I think I want to put a title on this person. I want this to be my lady. I want this to be, you know, I'm always going to ask my friends, why? What? Because it's something about this person. And it could be just our energies connect. But tell me something that makes this person. I remember Dre, and I don't care, you know, Dre don't care. Dre, this has been a couple years ago after we had first met. He had dated this lady. And I was like, what's up with her? I was asking her questions. She probably thought I had been dating Dre. And I was asking questions. When y'all start dating? How long you been knowing Dre? But I asked Dre, I said, Dre, what's so special about her? He was like, she don't need me for nothing. She's a grown-ass woman. She shouldn't. That's an expectation. You shouldn't need me for nothing, meaning your independence. You got this, you got that. You know, so not going back to what we're talking about, you women, you know, you men need to be needed, but it was just the point of, I expect you to be at a certain place at a certain time in your life. I expect you to have your own damn place. I expect for you to have your own car. I expect for you to be taking care of yourself and not to, you know, that's standard feature stuff. You know, I need some upgrades. You know, I need the luxury model. What are you bringing us? What makes this person stand out above the rest? Even if it's something simple as, it's just that we connect. We got a connection. We can talk all night, and it's something that you don't even realize it. It's that comfort level. Something has to stand out to make me say, this one right here is just a different feeling I've had about anybody. It don't have to be a certain thing. It don't have to be a certain whatever, but it's something about that person that has to make that person stand out. I challenge Dre all the time. But what I had to learn is that a lot of people that Dre have is these are friends. Dre is actually smart because he know how to, if he just meets somebody, he will invite them into his friend circle. And that gives him an opportunity to see what this person is like. So it's not that he's, you know, I had to learn that about him. But I'm like, who is she? What's up with her? But it's just somebody he's met and he's friends with. But he got, I did that. What? After we had met, what's going on with her? What's her deal?
And the truth about that is that's a tactical thing on my part. Women always come in and they come in with their representative. And, you know, if it's just the two of you, they can maintain that representative status for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Long ass time. But you bring her into a setting with other people and like you're conversing with who you're conversing with and she's conversing with someone else. And you can see things.
Yeah.
And it's just a extra little tactic that I use because I got to break that. The relationship representative, I got to break that mug fast.
And it's actually, smart.
Or else it can carry on for 6 months to a year. Some people end up marrying the representative, and then it's like, holy shit.
Who is this?
Right.
Who are you?
But when I do that, then I'm told I'm putting guys in the friend zone. When I ask you just to come and just to be around just my friend, you know, because you're not being represented as my dude, just a friend, then I'm automatically telling them they feel like I'm putting them in the friend zone. But I'm trying to see how you are, and you know, just how you are. But when I meet somebody, that's what you are. You are a friend. We're gonna see where it goes, but I'm not so quick to be jumping into a relationship. So I've been told that several times that I put people in the friend zone real quick.
Yeah, if you meet my friends, you're being vetted. That is the skinny of it. You meet my friends, you are being vetted.
Being vetted. Yeah, but but men do that more. You know, women like, because I'm always like, what? I'm not in a rush. Like, you know, I can invite you to be around some friends, and that's just what you are. You being invited to be around friends, and you are my friend, because you got to know how to be my friend before you eat anything else. We got to, you know, I want you to be everything. I want you to be my friend, be my significant other. I want you to be everything and know how to, somebody know how to just get down with you around your friend. You'll see if they're jealous, they're insecure.
Right.
You will see all of that play out.
But most of the time, a man, say Stacey, if you do that and you bring a man, say you take a friend got to Dre's house, because you go to Dre's house a lot for different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And men sometimes he gonna feel like he gonna be more clingy on you because he don't know the other men in the room. So he gonna feel like, okay, men has she slept with. So he gonna be territorial a little bit.
No, because I'm gonna say, meet me at this address. I have to be there early because I have to help Dre. I all got stuff picked out. I have to be there early. Meet me at this address. And Dre type person where he mix and mingle with everybody, so you gonna know, because I'm gonna tell you I'm going to a friend, you're welcome to come. And 9 times I'm gonna say me and a girlfriend going, you can meet us there, you know. So I'm not, you know, I already know I'm in front of him. I got him. I'm step ahead. Here's his address. You can meet us there. Yeah. No, we're not. Because if we come in there together, then I may as well came with a date like that. If I'm still trying to get to know you, what's the point?
He gonna be stuck to you like glue. You the girlfriend for the night.
Yeah.
You the girlfriend for that night.
Yes, we said this is our prime time to mate. It's mission 26. This is our prime time to mate and to build these relationships. At 25 to 26, yeah, it is. For women, most men, I don't know, when y'all prime time, Dre? 30, 35, 40?
I say between 40 and 50, because men, we don't come into our true financial, not financial, but our financial maturity until about 35. And then we start building at that point. And most of us don't even get successful or even semi-successful until we get to about 45 to 50. And like, it's not like that for white men because the system is built for them. Like, we start out behind the 8 ball. Like, I didn't learn about credit until I started selling cars 26, 28 years old. And that was when I learned about credit.
Yeah.
And so spent the next 10 years fixing the damage that I had already done, you know? So, I mean.
But see, you're somebody also that want to bring more to the table. You know the importance of being that. You have a provider mentality. A lot of these, you know, the generation, Misha's generation and the generation before hers, they'll go out there and they'll kind of tackle it together and they'll learn together, you know. But my thing is being more important is knowing who you are before you kind of settle down with anybody. You know, like, know who you are. Like, to me, a guy at 25, 26, they still trying to find themselves. You know, I have my younger, you know, guy kids, they 25, 26, they gonna always be in drama relationships because they're young and they trying to be in these committed relationships. So, you know, this is it. Let's see. Lester Buster Johnson says that's something that's not usually taught and not usually taught in lacking families.
Black families, I think is what he meant.
Lacking families, taught in black families.
And that's true. Credit. I taught my mother about credit.
Really?
I mean, and hell, now she's got an 800 credit score. So, I mean, I taught her.
And you know what? When I was in my first year of college, I started working at the bank at night. I was working at the Bank of America, then it was whatever. But I remember my trainer, who was doing my training class, she sat down and helped me balance my checking account. I had no idea about, you know, balancing a checkbook. And it was my trainer, the older lady, she sat down with me and helped me balance my checkbook. First year of college. So, yeah, that's something that, it's important. We don't realize how important, but it takes, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. We learn by trial and error, you know, when we don't have to, you know, that's a big need too. So here we are again discussing the needs And what the issues are, the problem is no resolution. The conclusion is none. Work on self. Work on self. Know who you are. You know, and again, like the problems that, like what we talked about at first, what Dre's talking about, anytime you have an issue with somebody not happy with themselves, if you're happy with yourself and you love yourself, I'm okay with that, because that means Dre just wasn't for me. But it's somebody here that love these big thighs, love these hips, that's gonna love on me out everything. And I know this, and I'm important because I know my value. So again, getting bent all out of shape by somebody that doesn't want you just because you're not his preference, it's his choice. But I promise you, don't worry about the one that don't want you, because you so worried about that one that don't want you. The one that really wants you, you don't miss them because you still looking at him. He gone. He already told you he ain't feeling you like that. But there's somebody out there for everybody. But once you love you and love yourself, I promise you that person will show up.
Yeah, and I got to piggyback on something you just said. Like if you're chasing the one that don't want you, you're gonna miss out on the one that do.
Mm-hmm.
And the important thing about that is that women need to know is that their ideal man is already there. He's in your friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
He's already there. He's sitting in your friend zone trying to get a shot, but you're chasing.
Being ignored. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're chasing the one that don't want you.
That's a good word, Dre. That's good.
Yep. And that's the importance of knowing you and knowing, you know, who's around you and that energy. What are we wanting? What are we looking for? You know, we could be looking for something that's, like Trey said, that's right there.
Yep. Right there in your face.
Yep. So we don't have any other thoughts or comments, and nobody wants to come on. We have a lot of people joining tonight, a lot of people watching. Thank y'all for signing on. Give us your comments and hit our like button. Just, follow me on Stacey Said. And y'all got Dre and Tam. Y'all got their information on there as well. So, anything? Is that all, y'all? Is that a wrap?
I think that's a wrap, Stacey.
All right, Dre, you good?
I'm good.
I love this one, Dre, I swear. Y'all, the next platform we're going to have is going to be Dre's call. It's going to be Dre's house. Going to set it up. Dre's house. Dre going to have his own format. He's going to have one with Tam, Tamika Speaks. Going to have a background with Tamika Speaks. I'm going to be their co-host. Listen in. Dre got to set it up. Dre, you got the followers. I got the followers because of you.
Say it again.
And I said, I got the followers because of you and Tam. Y'all got more friends and stuff than I do. I get more people following me with fooling with y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, so again, I think it's this. I mean, I think Dre has a lot. I think it's so good to get a male's perspective in here.
It is.
So again, it's like open format that any of us could do this, and I think Dre has a lot to say. And I like to, I like to talk. But Tam, you go hard too. Get you something you fired up about. So that's y'all challenge for next time. Tam, you come up with your subject, because I know you got some things you want to say. You know when Tam fired up, where she go. Dre got a list of episodes. He just ain't put them out yet. I don't know what he's waiting on. We going back to doing things virtually too. So if there's a subject, a topic that you all would like to hear, like to talk about, you don't have to come on. You just want to hear us talk about it. Put it in the comments and let us know. Right?
Right.
Are we good?
We good, Stacey.
Yep.
All right. Then thank y'all for joining.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Wait, what's Buster's last comment? It's nobody's responsibility but your own to make sure you're happy. Good. If you don't come to the table happy, especially at our age, how can you make someone that's happy? Boom! I like that, Buster. That's our classmate, right? That's a good one, Buster. You got to come to the table. What you bringing to the table? Good deal. I like that. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a good evening, and thank you for joining. Thank y'all for being my host. I appreciate it.
Bye, Stacey.
No problem.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Bye.